Hi everyone, this is Lance Nichols from www.zenithleantraining.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 8 wastes, or the 8 lean wastes. Now these wastes apply to any business, whether you're in healthcare, insurance, any service industry, manufacturing, etc. And the reason why I'm going through the 8 wastes today with you, I know there's lots of videos out there on the 8 wastes, but I feel that I need to talk about these right now in no great detail, although I will be doing a PowerPoint presentation on this just to explain them further. But this directly relates to the following videos on the goals of an organisation. And without understanding the goals and the 8 wastes, which go together nicely, I don't feel that we get the learning that's required. Okay, so in the lean world, we relate to these 8 wastes all the time. And they are extremely important because any benefits that we obtain from business improvement or continuous improvement can be calculated using these 8 wastes. And again, I'll be talking about those in greater detail. So without further ado, let's just talk about the 8 wastes, okay? So the first of the waste is transport, okay? Now, transport is the transporting of goods or services. So when you carry products or boxes using a forklift truck, that's transport. Or logistics, it's all transport. Okay, and again, I'll be talking in greater detail. But in summary, the next one is inventory. Now, inventory is extremely important. And there's quite a lot of debate about inventory and whether it is the most important one of the 8 wastes. In my opinion, it is. And again, if you stay with us for the demo, I'll talk about that in greater detail. But inventory is extremely important because it relates to the overall business goal. So when you finish watching this video, just stand by for the 3 golden goals of Lean Six Sigma or any other business. Okay, so that's extremely important. I'll labour this one a little bit more by saying that lots of, well, most if not all Lean and Lean Six Sigma experts, when they go into organisations, the first thing they do is look at inventory levels. And you can see it, you can walk into any factory, walk into any organisation, you can walk into a hospital and you can see the inventory. If there's lots of it, you can immediately say that this place is inefficient. And that's why it's so important. And that's why most organisations, or most lean organisations, training companies such as ourselves, we look at inventory first. So thirdly, we've got motion. Motion relates directly to human motion. So in production environments, for example, when people or operators are reaching for a part to put onto a sub-assembly, if they're overreaching, that's motion. Bring it closer together. Yes, there might be millisecond savings, but it all counts in volume manufacturing. In hospitals, I went to a hospital last night to visit my mother-in-law, and in our hospital, there's a very long corridor. And down this corridor, you've got people walking, but most importantly, you've got doctors and nurses walking everywhere. Now, that does not add value to any organisation. Directly relates also to design of buildings, factories, organisations, where it requires lots of walking around, etc., then that's a huge waste. Again, I'm not picking on hospitals, but I was in a hospital recently. I won't name it, but the hospital was designed, or the concept was designed by school children. With the greatest of respect to school children, they are not trained in any of the 8 wastes or lean manufacturing. And looking through this hospital, we walked everywhere to go from department to department. Next one, waiting. Waiting is extremely important. directly relates to inventory. Inventory can wait. We can move inventory and we can transport inventory, but waiting is extremely important, and it's for this reason that we do process mapping, because process mapping highlights all the waiting and it makes things obvious. Okay, next one. Over processing. Okay, using a hammer to crack a nut. Do we really need to do certain elements within a process? Are we doing the right thing? Are we giving too many delighters to customers? In other words, are we spending money on overdoing things? Okay, hoping that the customer will like us even more. Yes, we want to give delighters, but there is a limit. Overproduction. I'm working with a company now. In fact, I had a meeting the other day, and every training session that I do within companies, we'll talk about this in greater detail. So last week, doing a training course, and we were talking about this with a company who cannot meet customers' orders in nearly every part that they produce. But isn't it ironic that when a customer does want a certain part from this particular company, the person said, yeah, we've had 3,000 of those in stock for 3 years, but they only wanted 500. So are you telling me that you'll give them 500, but they'll still have 2,500 in stock? Yes, that's overproduction. Only produce what the customer immediately needs. Okay, so the next one, defects. Quite obvious, you may think, but most people's idea of a defect is a scratched part, a scratched box. If you buy I don't know, an iPad and you open the box and there's a scratch on it, that's a defect. Yes, of course it is. But we can go a lot further than that. It's the ability for us to provide for the customer exactly what they want, when they want it. So even lead times can be a defect. If we don't provide them with the goods or services that they require at a certain point in time, and we go over that time limit, that's a defect. Where we put incorrect data on invoices, etc., that's a defect. So everything that we do in a manufacturing or service environment can be classed as a defect. And it's only by defining a defect accurately can we actually say, yes, we are actually satisfying the customer. Okay, so we need to split down everything that we do into defects. Okay, last but not least, this one is about skills. Skills is about the human element. When we employ people, we don't just employ them to be salespersons or production operators or managers or anything else, or logistics technicians, warehouse staff. We don't just employ people for that. People have the innate ability to solve problems. Okay, so in Lean Six Sigma companies, for example, the most famous of which is Toyota, they don't employ production operators. They employ problem solvers. They want people to be craftsmen at what they do, which is why in Lean Six Sigma companies, problem solving is a big, big thing. Everybody that's involved in lean organizations, a lot of what they do is solving problems to make things better, not just for the organization, but for themselves. Okay? As the organization improves, they get more pay, hopefully. So skills is a huge element. Are we providing for people? Are we skilling people up? Are we multi-skilling people? Yes. Multi-skilling is a big issue. And again, that falls into that bracket. Some say that this is the most important thing out of all the 8 wastes. I would agree with that, together with inventory, because to reduce inventory, you need people with the right skills, problem-solving techniques, etc., which is where, again, Lean Six Sigma training comes in. Finally, good acronym for Tim Woods. It's quite easy. That's his name, that's the 8 wastes. Tim Woods, extremely important. And again, knowing Toyota as I do, I was trained by ex-Toyota consultants. Toyota use that. Nothing that you do can go into any other bracket other than those 8 wastes. We've had people who do online training with us and have said, oh, I've come up with another waste. No, that's over-processing. They'll try, and please do try if you want to. Put some comments in the box below. But anything that we do within organisations can be fitted into those 8 wastes. And there he is, Tim Woods. Get to know him, get your waste goggles on, and enjoy it. Okay, that concludes the presentation on the 8 wastes. Oh, by the way, stay tuned for more detail on the demo that I'll put in now. We'll talk about some examples of that. Okay, so stick with me and enjoy the demo. Yeah, good.
Through here. Yeah, you should have a button on there. Oh, right, John put it next here. Right, come through here. You're going to love this now because it's a longer route. It's gone right down the factory here. Right down here. Drop these off here now, might as well drop them off. Drop these things off.
Just 200 steps already. It's about 100 metres. One. It's actually come down this way?
Yep. Stored in here somewhere until
Right, so that's that's the location proposed.
If you look now, these are the currents. L405 steering column lengths.
Yeah.
The second gate is, which we get inspected before. I think this is the cell actually.
So that was
the L405 cell here.
Yeah, that was 250 steps, which is around 125 metres.
Yeah.
And then you've got stop at about 2 or 3 stop-off points in between, where it's going to be all going to be waiting.
And it could be potentially somebody changing a tool. It could be this. It could be that. It could be hazards out there, unforeseen hazards.
Okay. Right. Thanks.
All right.
So I hope you enjoyed the demo. We talked about transport, inventory, motion, weighting, over-processing, overproduction, defects and skills. That makes up Tim Woods, the famous guy who produces the 8 wastes. Like I said before, get to know Tim Woods deeply, I would suggest, and enjoy. Now, if you enjoyed this presentation, I mean, the reason why I did it, obviously, I mean, there are lots of YouTube videos on there about the 8 wastes, but in my opinion, we need to go a lot further. This actual presentation preempts the next series of videos that I'm going to do regarding the 3 golden metrics or the 3 golden goals of Lean Six Sigma or any other business for that matter. Okay, so get to know it before you watch the other videos. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, put some comments in the box, give us a like on Facebook, and stick with us for more videos. See you soon.